like, yeah, well, I was just having some difficulty trying to find which one fits in. Because they had a bit of complex vocabulary and yeah.
Okay, so because of complex vocabulary, uh,
Yeah.
you have doubt about 4 questions, but out of 30, 26 for reading part, you are quite confident that 26
Yeah.
will be correct, right?
Yeah, like 26 at the least, I would
At
expect.
least, yeah. Because
Yeah.
for rest 4 questions, you are a bit doubtful, so they may be correct, they may be incorrect.
Yeah.
When we will come to maths, we'll talk about probability of such
Yeah.
such answers, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So like what I'm saying, I think I get 26, but like if I go very minimum,
Mhm.
80% at the least. That means 24 at the least. Like 24
24.
at the minimum.
Now,
And then maybe even
as
30
you are
at the
sure about 26, you're sure about 26. See, why we are having this call today after 2-3 days, because in these 2-3 days, you might be like during your preparation, you might have stopped yourself from TV, playing games, and now after like within 2-3 days, you might have enjoyed that, and now with
I
a
actually
peaceful
didn't
mind.
stop myself much.
Good,
I
great.
just told myself much.
And now with peaceful mind, we can go through about what we did and what
Yes.
went wrong. So if you are saying 26 is correct, so we will take it 26 is correct, and 4 doubtful, and that's okay. That's a really good performance, I would say. So next paper was for mathematics,
Math. Yes.
mathematical reasoning. Okay, so
Yes.
they have given in the same order. Okay, math
Yeah.
reasoning. So in maths reasoning, again, that was 40 minutes and 35 questions.
Yeah.
And specifically about this test, what do you think, like comparatively to our expectation? Your expectation?
Math is very, very, very easy and very straightforward. So like one of the questions was find the lowest common multiple of 2, 4 and 6.
Very good. Very good. Very
It
good.
was easily 12.
Yeah, right. Good. So you got that kind of questions there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So like the way they were making you to prepare pre-uni and these all, it was
Yeah, it
not
was
like
much
that.
harder. It was much harder than the real selective test. The real selective test was very much easier.
Very much easier, this test.
In fact, I think I got 33 to 35 even. Because I was discussing one question which was hard, and then it seemed to like I would have like when I discussed with my other friends who actually worked it out, it seems like they actually guessed it correct.
Oh, okay. So out of 35, you are sure about 32 or 33 questions.
I'm saying like 33 to 35. 35. I might even get 35, but my lowest expectation is 32.
Okay. And do you remember about these 4 questions which you think are a bit doubtful?
The like for maths, the 3 questions. If I think of it now, now I'm feeling like 34 because I don't remember any. But there was this one question which was a bit puzzling. I think I still remember it.
Okay, what was that question?
For cricket and soccer. So some people in a club play cricket, soccer, and basketball, and the total is 91 people. Some people play soccer, golf, and cricket, which the total is 98 people. How many people play cricket?
Okay.
I answered 28 because I saw that both of these numbers were multiples of 7, and then there were just one like there were 2 options which are multiples of 7, 28 and 35, and I just guessed 28. So I logically guessed.
So let me write down this question. What was that question? Let me write down.
In a club, some people play sports. People who play cricket and soccer and basketball add up to 91.
Soccer and basketball. Okay.
Add up to 91.
91.
People people who play soccer and golf and cricket add up to 98.
Add up to 98.
How many people play cricket?
Okay. So that was a deduction kind of question, like
Yeah. Deductive reasoning?
yeah, deductive reasoning kind of. So not an issue. See, it's okay to have one or two questions wrong there, and as long as you remember there, that's perfectly fine. Purpose of this call is like to record your mind, understand, and then we will evaluate with your peers who will like how others perform, and so that we can have a more reasonable list of schools to target.
Yeah.
So out of 35, if 34 we are very sure, then it's a very good score, I'll think. And from the preparation point of view, it's nothing was out of your syllabus, right? Like what you studied in your school and the kind of difficult question in pre-uni, they torture students. I'll say they torture.
It never went out of my difficulty range.
That's good.
And I'm just doing that one question because it was hard, and like I might even get that one question correct, but because
so in that question only these two statements were there, or something else is missing there? I feel one line more, one extra line is also missing there.
Not really. They were very simple questions.
No, in this question, like in a club, some people play sports.
Yeah. How many people play cricket?
Yeah. People like who play cricket, soccer, and basketball, right? Are 91?
Yeah, and then soccer, golf, and cricket are 98.
98. And they need to find out how many play cricket, right?
Yeah.
I think one more line is missing in this question.
That's
no, not an issue. Don't stress yourself. In few days we will have paper in front of us. So once we have complete question, we will discuss. That's okay. I think something is missing there. That's perfectly fine. Let's come to the next one, the thinking skill.
Yes, thinking skills was actually hard.
Yeah, everyone is saying this was a little bit hard.
Yes. I think I got between 32 to 35.
32, correct. And
32 to 35, but I'll just say 32 at the minimum.
Yeah, 32. Yeah. So in thinking skill, again, like we were talking about thinking skill, out of 40 questions, 32 you're quite sure, and 8. So what was the reason like for these 8 questions, you think?
Like, I don't remember some of them, but I just remember that like as you know, as a simple questions, like they were just like a simple question like weakening and arguments and strengthening them. They were just harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thinking skill covers both English and maths related questions, right?
Yeah.
So which part of thinking skill you think were more difficult, maths related or English related?
English related.
English related was difficult, and because of the difficult vocabulary or the way like they.
The difficulty was just harder. The way they structured it was just kind of harder.
Okay, and Aarav, did you notice one thing? Like when you start working on a test, like if you talk about maths or thinking skill, was the difficulty level increasing with the question numbers? Like first questions, initial 10 questions were less difficult or easier, and then last 10 questions were more difficult. Have you noticed that kind of convergence?
Yeah, I noticed that in thinking skills, but not in maths and not in reading.
Okay, in thinking skills, so initially, like the questions were in the initial part of paper were easier or difficult?
Easier.
Initial were easier, and as you move on, as you progress towards end of the paper, questions become harder.
It got a bit more harder, yeah.
Bit more harder. Okay. And you try to solve last year's papers also, right?
Yeah, I did last year's paper.
And comparatively to last year's paper, this year's paper thinking skill was difficult, you mean to say?
Difficult, yeah.
Okay. So it was more difficult comparatively to the previous year papers. Okay. Okay. So So when we have this paper in front of us, we will attempt it. And now the most interesting part, writing.
Writing.
Yeah.
So writing was again very easy.
Very easy.
Yeah. The topic was so you had to write a newspaper report about like some animals escaped from somewhere and they were roaming on the street. I think that is related to an event which happened in 2022. But so like you had to write a newspaper report for a local newspaper, and the content had to be based on some animals which ran away from a zoo or a farm. You could assume. So in it, I think I got 22 or 23.
So first thing about writing is like, did you cover everything, whatever they explained?
Yes, I covered every point in to a deep extent. So like every point they provided me with, I covered it to a deep extent.
Yeah, because in your writing exam, you need to cover whatever is being described or being asked for in the question. That is the first criteria to evaluate. So if you have covered everything, that's fine. And second thing is the length. How many points approximately you have given there?
So I'm not sure about how many points. I can tell you about the length, like around 1.25 pages, 1/4 pages.
Okay, 1/4.
1.25, something like that.
Yeah. Good. That's good. And the third thing is the introduction part and the last part, closing part of your.
Yeah, in the introduction, I did a bit of a professional introduction. You would see in a newspaper article, I stated like what has happened. Yeah, and so and in the conclusion,
right.
I just told the people who are reading, so like to be aware of more newspapers for more news, and most importantly, stay safe.
Stay safe. Like keep an eye on news.
Yeah.
To have the latest information, right? So if they will have latest updated information, it will help them to stay safe. That's a really good point to have in conclusion. That's nice. So there was two writing questions or one writing question? One writing question.
It was not hybrid, it was just one.
So 30 minutes, one question they ask you to write for 30 minutes, right? Yeah. Okay, that's good. I'm really impressed with the way like you're explaining your writing things. Okay, super. And this was 30 minutes. Okay. Now let's talk about your choice of schools. What is your first choice now?
First choice, North Sydney Boys. I don't know why I put it.
That's okay. See,
might not get in.
Yeah.
And then second was Normanhurst. And then third was Gosford.
Gosford is nearby from you?
No. I live in Waitara. So not much.
Gosford is not very near, right?
Yeah, but it is one of the nearest compared to other schools.
Right. It's newest and reputation is also quite good. So see, from looking at the exam, Aarav, this year, because the question paper was a bit easier, most of the question papers were a bit easier. Everyone is saying like thinking skill was the only difficult part. Maths, reading, and writing were easier. We expect that percentile score will be way higher comparatively to last year, or we can say like the merit will be a way higher comparatively to the last year. You are the first student I'm going through with today. In the coming week, I'll go through with everyone and I'll take everyone's feedback, and then I will be able to have a second discussion with you if we need to revise this school list, because the objective is to get into one of the best selective schools.
Yes. So do you think I did a good job?
You did very good job. This is really good. Like the way you are explaining, I'm quite satisfied. confidence speaks, and I can see that confidence on your face. You did very good job, and you will definitely get some good score. But if you need to revise this school list, I will come back to you.
I'm hoping Norman knows because it's very close.
Oh no, yeah, that's good. That's good. So I need to go through with everyone, because then only I will have some idea how to reset this list if you need to.
So when will you contact me the second time?
Probably by end of this week. Coming week.
End of coming week. Okay.
Yeah, coming week, yeah. We still have enough time to revise the list, I think. Till which date we can revise? 16th of June. Yeah, 16th of June is the last date to change the choice if you need to. So we have enough time, and I'll go through with everyone. I'll try to go through with everyone in this week, and by this weekend, probably either Friday or Sunday, then we will sit together and if we need to, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Enjoy your time. You did very good job, and I know that every student was putting a lot of effort. So now enjoy your time, play games, watch TV, and prepare for next year. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Take care. We'll be in touch.